guys, my name is Spencer Coffman. Thank you for watching the Deception Tips videos. They're all about teaching you how to read people and detect deception so that you will be able to tell if someone is lying to you. Today we are going to talk about a very specific tip that is related to a single area of the body. Now, this tip is something similar to what we've talked about before in deception tip number 40 with taking up space, and how we talked about how when people lie, they tend to reduce the amount of space that they take up so that other people cannot read their body language. It makes sense because if you have a very open posture, there's more surface area for people to see. Whereas if you're kind of clenched up, then there is less for other people to observe and less chance that your body leakage or your unconscious nonverbal behavior will be picked up by others. So this is related to that. However, it is on a specific area of the body, the legs, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. So here it is. This is deception tip number 59. Some people tend to pick up their legs and sit with them on the chair when they are being deceptive. So what this looks like is usually when someone is sitting down, maybe it's on a couch or in a chair, or if it's an office chair, anything like that, they would take their feet and pull them up and put them either right in front on the chair so their heels are on the chair, and then they may be hunched around their feet. Sometimes people even hug their knees, or they could sit with their feet completely under them so they're sitting on top of their legs. Typically, you would see the first one in a smaller chair where they are kind of hugging their legs. That maybe is more of a comfort gesture. As we talked about in deception tip number 1 with folding arms, it could be a comfort gesture of kind of like giving themselves a hug. And so when they're hugging their knees or their legs, it's a similar type of a pattern or similar type of a behavior. So therefore it could be related to that. It could be one of those comfort or something like a pacification or to make them feel better in that situation. As a result, you could deduce that that situation could be something uncomfortable for that person or something that they don't really like. They're sheltering themselves. They're trying to make that situation more comfortable. Also, the second one where they would sit with their feet completely under them, you typically see that in a larger chair, typically like on the couch or something, and it's also a little bit more common with females. Males tend to spread out a little bit more. Females kind of like to be cozier, cuddled up a little bit more than the males do. So keep that in mind when you're seeing this behavior, that if you see it on a woman, you don't automatically assume, oh, she must be lying because she's sitting with her feet under. Well, they typically sit like that more so than men anyway, kind of like with crossing the legs. Men cross in the figure 4, women leg over leg. There are different behaviors that are more specific to certain people, like males or females. As an example, when we talked about, again, folding arms, how men maybe will fold them higher on the chest, women lower on the chest, obviously due to the anatomy. Again, don't automatically assume simply because you see something it is the same on every single person. Yes, the meaning behind the behavior is the same. These expressions and this body leakage, this unconscious, nonverbal stuff that the unconscious is pushing out to find the truth or to get other people to see the truth, that is universal. However, the situation in which it occurs is not universal. Someone could display it when they're cold, when they're tired. It could be anything. They could just maybe want to sit and be more cozy. Maybe they want to sit with their feet under. Maybe they need some pressure on their ankle that is hurting or swollen. You never know. This is why it is very important to always be on the lookout for patterns and clusters of behavior. So, as I mentioned before, this tip of the legs, sitting with your feet or picking up your feet, is related to another tip, the taking up space, deception tip 40. When you are looking at these and you see that, okay, this person is sitting on their legs, and now all of a sudden if they're folding their arms and maybe they're curling up, they're taking up less space. Now you're starting to see multiple. You saw they're sitting up with their feet, they're folding their arms, they're taking up less space. That's 3 right there. What else could be going on? Do you have enough to form it into a pattern or cluster of behaviors that tells you that that person is lying? So if this is your first time watching these videos, I'd love to have you subscribe to this channel on YouTube. Feel free to comment with any questions you might have as well. Also, if you'd like some more information, check out the blog posts, books, and other information that's all available on spencercoffman.com, that it's all dedicated to helping you understand exactly what everybody is really saying. Until next time.